Hey there, this is Lindsay MacDougall, and I'm writing another blog and entry on lindsaymacdougall.com, and this is the video that I'm going to really try and cut under 10 minutes because I've been shooting a lot of these this week for this topic, and it's super complicated. It's a complex subject that takes time to really unpack. But regardless, I'm going to do my best. So I've been avoiding a topic for a long time on my blog, and it is of addiction and what addiction is. And I think I would go ahead and say, our darker side and our shadow side. And I catch it in myself when I post these blogs, and some friends were kidding with me on Saturday, and I agree. Like sometimes, I feel like sometimes I just like put out the good stuff, like the feel good stuff, without really acknowledging per se the really dark, deep, shadowy, like sad stuff. And I think it's really important to have that balance and that dynamic because we're all human and we all have this side to us and we all have addictions. And when I say addictions, I don't mean necessarily a substance that brings you into an altered state of consciousness. It could be anything. It could be shopping. It could be your partner, your relationship. There are many examples. Anything that gives you that high and that exhilaration of life, that altered state of consciousness where you feel so spiritually connected to your inner self and to other people. And it can happen. My point, the reason why this is such an intriguing subject is that for me and my mission and my blog and what I really want to help people find is their spirituality, their calling, their heart passion, and this is kind of where the rubber meets the road in terms of where are you igniting yourself in your passion and following your intuition and your heart on your path, and where are you kind of bullshitting yourself and skimming over what's really underneath the actions that you are taking, and covering that up with an unconscious action. I want to help bring people into more consciousness. I want to coach people. I want to give people acupuncture. I want to open up their senses and their reality and like come into consciousness. And addictions are often a very unconscious behavior. It's something that we turn to when we're uncertain and when we don't feel like we have what it takes to really be the person we know we are. And when we are in that space of igniting our passion and following our true calling, when we can like have the courage and let go of that relationship or that substance or that activity that is unconscious and brings us suffering later on, when we can let go of that as no longer serving us and come into something that is more aligned with what we really need and what we really deserve, like a job, a living situation, a person, a way of thinking, a way of appreciating and loving ourselves, when we can come into what's more appropriate for us and move into that higher state of being, we are in fact following our calling. We're listening to our guides, and the high that we get from being in that state is greater than anything we could ever conceive of. I mean, it's a process of bringing more light into our darker sides. Like, realizing we have the darker side, not like pushing it away or feigning that it exists, but bringing it into a place of light where it can be transformed. I remember the day that I started my blog, when I sent it out to everybody and I made it official, it felt like Christmas morning, like this like amazing like light kind of vibration was like pulsating through my whole body. My heart felt really open. It was like so, like the joy was just like oozing out of all of my senses. And I just felt so light and free. And, I was thinking to myself, I'm doing what I love, I'm helping people. I want to do this. This is something that's really wonderful. And it's a higher state of being. We are born into this life, and we seek a path, and we go off of the path. We kind of take our time, take our way with the path. We discover what's not for us, and then we discover what is for us, and we bring more engaged lightness and just a more like hands-on experience with our life that is super nourishing and beautiful and exciting, and it just is a gift that keeps on giving back. When you're in that place where you can really help people and serve people and then receive from the universe all of those gifts. This is the real key. So I want to just highlight this. I've had my struggles. I used to, in the not so distant past, smoke marijuana and distract myself with friends and social engagements, and really what it comes down to, despite me not having a serious addiction where I needed to be hospitalized or go to rehab, which is it's all part of the same conversation. It's me being able to fully honor myself and my gifts, and to be willing to look at my life, like the joke, look at your life, look at your choices, to look at my life and to be able to engage what's not going so right, what's like making me feel shitty, and that I deserve better, that it can be better, and that I can grow more and I can expand more. I can push out this uncertainty with my love and with my knowledge that I'm good enough. I have something that I really want to contribute. I'm just going to follow my heart and do what I love. And that is the true honoring. And that's where addictions and toxic people and toxic situations just fall off the wayside. So that's my perspective, and this is part of what I want to share with you guys on my blog, is just awareness about who you really are and what you were meant to do in this life. And I'm just so grateful that you guys are here with me and listening and making fun of me and calling me super spiritual, and it's fun. It's good. Don't take yourself too seriously, right? So lots of love to you guys, and I hope you have an excellent, fantastic week. Join my newsletter, send this to your friends, ask them to join the newsletter, and we can create this awesome community together. All right, see you next week. Bye.